2, 1. Let's go! I love country because it's real.
It's just my lifestyle.
It's who I am.
That's what country is.
It's about family. It's about America.
It's Brit's Morning Brew Crew. Weekdays from 5 to 10 a.m.
Let me show you how a country girl gets it done, y'all.
On 93.9 The Country Moose.
And we are live. Ryan Hancock, how are you?
We're doing great. How are you doing this morning?
Good, good. I think you have quite the view there over there at the Hancock District County Fair. How is it going already this morning?
Well, so far so good. We started with beef weigh-in at 6 o'clock this morning. Beef numbers are up this year. The kids look like they've done a great job on their projects this year. Once again, thanks to the parents that push them to keep this thing going.
Yeah.
We've got sheep weigh-in going on. You know, some of our free stage acts will be kicking in here in a little bit. Actually, probably started about 20 minutes ago. Looking at the clock now.
Okay.
You know, so we're just this is a big day. This is a big day. We got a lot of livestock coming in. And you know, we've done some 4-H judging yesterday, so the 4-H buildings will be open. One thing we've got that's kind of a hidden gem on the grounds is we have a museum that has a lot of antique equipment and a lot of different things, you know, agricultural wise, kind of some area history, and COVID's tamed down, so those guys are going to do a lot of different things, and we're gonna try to drive over through there here in a bit and kind of show you what that looks like.
Sure.
You know, so there'll be a lot of things going on, a lot of vendors around, a lot of people on the grounds. And tonight we've got our Outlaw truck and tractor pull starting at 7 o'clock.
I tell you what, I saw that and I'm excited about that. I love truck and tractor pulls. And I mean, it looks like you guys have all of the stuff going on with that. The modified, the super stocks, the limited pros. You guys have a lot that are coming in for this. Yeah, we do.
I mean, don't quote me on the number of classes, but I think right now we were talking with the promoter. He thought it's going to be about a 3-hour show.
Oh, wow.
He's got about 40 or 50 guys pre-entered already. So we're on the front half of a swing with the pulling guys. So there should be a lot of pullers here tonight.
That's awesome. Well, and not only today, but all week long, you guys, or the rest of the week anyway, you guys have a lot of stuff going on between your free shows, between like the Queen contest, the Princess contest, the Scott's Amusements, that opens today at $15 for a wristband day, correct?
Correct. Okay. I'd have to look, but I think you're right on there.
Okay. I did a little bit of research, and I've been to the Hancock County Fair quite a few times. The Hiscox family, well, Crystal actually was in my previous wedding, so I've known you guys for quite a while. So, but been over there a lot of times, and the fair is always so well kept. Like your grounds are good, they're easy to get around in, and everybody's so friendly. If you've never been over there with you guys, people will just help you out. If you're like, hey, I don't know where such and such is, what building, everybody's very friendly.
Yep, you know, and we've got a great board. A lot of guys spend a lot of time out here. You know, we got a great group of volunteers that have been here year in, year out for us, and you know, they take the week off for the most part and come out and help us. So I mean, it definitely takes a village. We don't do it on our own. We got great sponsors, you know, great exhibitors. Just all around for a local county fair. It's a pretty special place.
That's awesome. Well, and let's talk a little bit more about some of those grandstand events that you have going on. You have, you know, tonight you said the truck and tractor pull. Tomorrow night you guys have the Arch Allies concert. And then you have the stock car special races that are going on Friday.
Yep.
And then probably one of my favorites would be the All Out Destruction.
Yeah, so that event drew over 4,400 people.
Wow.
In 2019.
Okay.
Last year we limited the tickets a little bit last year, but I think we were right around 4,400 people 2 years ago, and I look for that to be bigger this year. Just judging off our grandstand event last night, you know, we had probably more on a Tuesday night show than we've had in a while.
Wow.
So I think it's a good thing to put up another set of bleachers last year.
Probably is. Probably is. Well, and if people don't know what the all out destruction is, talk a little bit about what all that kind of consists of.
So we kind of started this out years and years ago, and what it's grown into, we've got school bus races that go on. We've got trailer races, which is basically a big demolition derby in a circle towards the end of the night, and we always get quite a few for that. We've split it up into 2 features. Then we've got train races or trailer races, which that's 3 vehicles. You got a guy up front that has the power. You got a chain, then you got a dead car in the middle, then you got a guy in the back with a steering wheel and a brake, and that's about it. And they race around. I tell you what, I've raced stock cars for 20 years, and those guys are nuts. I hand it to them. I don't know if I'd have the nerve to do that. Them guys are kind of wild. And then we've got a stacker car class where the guy on the bottom runs the brake and the gas, and the guy up top has got the steering wheel. So there's 2 cars stacked on top of each other. That's something we introduced last year. I enjoyed it. You know, I probably caught myself watching the race a little too much. I'm a flag man, so I need to be paying attention to what's going on more. But
Sure.
I kind of turned into a race fan. But those guys put on a good show. Come down to the final 2 cars last year, and they both flopped it on its side. We tipped them over, and they finished the race. So it was a good time.
That's awesome. I remember quite a few years ago when it was the buses, and there was one that flipped over and then just kept on driving.
Yep, I remember that. That was Josh Rubish, and that was probably about 14 years ago. He rolled in turn 3 and come across the infield, hit
Yep.
girl's pickup, hit the wall right in front of me, and ended up in the ditch on the south end of the tracks.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was the first time that I had ever seen any of that, and I'm like, I am coming back year after year.
Yep. It's a good time. You know, I mean, we're kind of preserving a time gone by at these county fairs, no matter where you go, and we're doing things that you don't get to see every day. So it's a pretty special time of year.
Yeah. Well, and like you said, also 4-H, FFA, there's a lot of these kids that have worked all year long to get their projects ready. And, you know, whether that's livestock or if that's something on the regular judging, they're, you know, competing for possibly a chance at state.
Yep. Yeah, you know, and you know, like my kids have showed livestock over the years. They've done static exhibits. And if nothing else, it makes them do something throughout the summer to off TV and especially the livestock. You know, when my daughter was showing livestock, you know, she was out there 2-3 times a day working with them, and I think it's good on a lot of different levels. You know, it teaches kids a work ethic that they wouldn't otherwise get anywhere else, but working with you know, for example, livestock.
Oh yeah, definitely. I remember waking up 5 a.m. to go ride horse to get that horse ready for the show. There's no doubt about that. And I was lucky. I only had the horses. I didn't have any of the cattle or the hogs. I kind of bowed out of that one. And those kids, they worked their tails off to get that livestock ready and to get all of their paperwork ready too. A lot of people, when they see the show, they don't realize a lot of the back stuff that has to go into that too.
Yep.
Looks like you got somebody coming up next to you there.
Yeah, we got Grant. He's on the fair board as well, so he's
okay.
Running around. We're getting stuff done. Looks like we got a nice breeze today, so it's making a lot nicer for getting our events going for this evening.
Very cool. And you were saying that you were going to go over there by the Ag Museum over there. Are you close to that?
Cruise over that way.
Okay.
And I don't know. Once we get over there, we can turn it around. But right now we're just driving through the middle of the equipment.
Okay.
We're gonna head over there. You know, we got, like I said, we got a lot of livestock coming in today, so there's a lot of trailers buzzing around.
Sure.
Pretty neat watching the kids. We'll actually go through and we'll see if we can get him to turn the camera and we'll see some sheep weigh in going on.
There we go.
So if he turns it over to the left there a little bit, we got some sheep in there. They're running through the scale there.
Okay.
Getting everybody checked in. So we got the Wellick boys in there volunteering their time today, helping us out. We got the horse barn off to the left, and then off to the right, we got a cattle barn there. So beef numbers are up just a little bit this year.
Down just a little bit, Kirk.
Trying.
Yeah, I mean, everything's today's, you know, we've been working at this year's fair since before we had last year's fair, but
Sure.
Today's one of those days where where we get to see a lot of things come together. You know, we had a tough track competition last night, kind of getting going with the week of the fair, but you know, things really start happening today. Like I say, with some of our free stage acts kicking off, you know, the carnival opens up. So a lot of things going on. There's definitely something for everyone.
Oh, yeah. And I know that you guys have, I know later on this afternoon, I saw on there that the Farm Bureau has their Ag Learning Center open too. You know, if people are not familiar with ag and kind of how ag works, it's a great location to stop in to learn just a little bit more about that and to teach kids. The neat thing I think about fairs is that, again, if you want to learn something, just ask one of the 4-H kids. They know what they're talking about.
Yeah, they do. You know, like I say, these kids spend a lot of time getting ready for the fair. You know, and the way it's set up, they're able to travel around a little bit and do some other things, but it's pretty neat. It's pretty neat to watch them bring their projects in and kind of watch mom and dad stand off in the shadow and watch their kids work with their project. You know, just be there for a helping hand if they need.
Yeah.
But
be proud parents.
Yeah. So we just got some tractors lined up right now.
Oh wow.
Can you see it?
Yep, we can see it. Go down just a little bit more. There you go. Perfect.
So there's Dean Stromer down there, but so we got some tractors lined up here. I'll loop around again, just kind of show you the buildings for anybody that's interested in coming out.
Okay.
Where the building's located on the northeast corner of the grounds. You know.
Okay.
The guys.
Oh, these are nice.
The guys put in a little sandbox for the kids to play with this year.
Gotta love that.
Yeah. So I mean, there's always something going on here. That's one thing we try to have a full schedule throughout the week. So if you can only be here for a few hours or an afternoon, there's always something going on.
Oh yeah.
So just try to fill up the day so there's always something going on for the kids or adults alike. So
yeah. So like you said, most of the animals are coming in today to get all of their stuff going. I know I think I saw on there that the goat judging is tomorrow. Also the sheep judging is tomorrow. Horse and pony. Some of the crop judging is going on. There's also bingo in case somebody, likes to go to bingo. I know that's always been a fan favorite at fairs.
Yep. Yeah. So we'll have a lot of those things going on. Friday morning will be the beef show. And then 5 o'clock on Friday night, there'll be the bucket bottle classes. That's gotten to be pretty huge. I'm gonna try to swing back over by there, and maybe we can hop out and walk through there because that's where all this stuff starts. You know, these young kids are working with their projects, like I've said several times before. But we actually had to make our bucket bottle tent a lot larger for these kids. So that's at 5 o'clock on Friday night, and then the pig show is 8 o'clock Saturday morning.
Okay. Yeah, there is a lot of stuff that you guys have going on just in general. And, you guys have a lot of stuff that even if you're not a kid, that people can take part in, your mystery bag cook-off, creative cakes, open flower, veggie show, the open textile show. There's a lot of different stuff that even if you're not under the age of 22, you can take part in.
So, hey, and then we got some future Fair Board members here. They just don't know it yet. Got a little Jake, little Trevor. So, Trevor, one of the blonde hair boy, that's Travis Slicer. He was a longtime Fair Board member. So they've got their projects there in the building they've been working on.
Nice. It is amazing how once you get into 4-H, it's hard to leave. I know I was a leader for 20 years almost.
Oh boy.
I basically went from 4th grade on until about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Not to say my age by any means.
And you don't regret any of your time, do you?
I don't. It's so awesome to see the kids when they start at the beginning of the spring with their projects, and then to see them at fair and be able to go from either being nervous or scared to having that awesome show that they get to have during their competition.
Yes. Yeah. I know my daughter, this is the first year she hasn't showed. She's walking around the fair. She's missing it quite a bit, but I think it's bringing up a lot of good memories for her.
That's awesome.
So, but we'll kind of whip around the Hog Buildings here.
Okay.
A lot of them have come in. They've been doing weigh-in. I think we got weigh-in until noon today. But here's the 2 Hog Buildings we got. going on right now.
Okay.
Um,
And it's really neat. I noticed that as I'm seeing these buildings, as you guys are driving around, is that the kids decorate their stalls, like where they have their animals.
yeah. So we're actually gonna drive through the Pen 3 barn and
Okay.
one of the tie out barns, just so everybody can get a look at what's going on. So there's a cow calf pair right there.
Okay.
We got fans going. I don't know if you can hear me all that well, but
Yep, we can still hear you.
but
Terry Hill Herman says, best little fair around.
well, thank you. It takes a village. And we got a cow calf pair there again. So
Okay.
got the red ones. That's my favorite color. That's the kind I have.
All right. I was going to say, I'm noticing a little bit of stop next to the red ones.
Yeah, that's what we got on the farm. So
Okay.
that's my favorite color. But I think we'll take a little cruise and we'll run out here by the racetrack.
Okay.
So we got our Outlaw truck and tractor pull going on tonight. Just to kind of showcase some of that. Thursday night we'll have Arch Allies. They'll be out on the racetrack, weather permitted. If we have to, we have venues that we can move them indoors.
Okay.
So the event will go on. And then Friday night we have our Hobo 40 event. That I've been doing quite a bit with the racetrack this year, and we've got some sponsors to step up. We're going to do 2,000 to win stock car event.
Oh, wow.
1,000 to win hobby stock. For those hobby stock guys, they don't often get a lot of love, so I thought we better give them a little love.
Yeah.
Sport mods, 1,000 to win, and the modifieds are 750 to win.
Wow.
So we kind of cut those guys back a little bit because they get a chance to race for some big money August 6th and 7th.
Sure.
At our Night of 1,000 Stars event. And then, as we touched a little bit earlier, we had our All Out Destruction on Saturday night with 4 different classes competing. So
Awesome. Well, Trevor Harms just said, love taking the kids out to the fair every year for the Night of Destruction is always a fun time.
Well, we ain't, and we can't do it. The reason we put on these shows is for the community and everybody to come out and enjoy and just have a good time. So we got just kind of pulling up by here. We got one of our first pullers that pulled into the pits here, getting ready for tonight.
Nice.
So they'll start rolling in. A lot of these guys are on the road traveling, like I said before, and they've it's first night of a swing. I can't remember where they're going after this, but I think they've been off for a week or two, and then now they'll start in with us, and then those pullers will travel around for, I would say, through the weekend, getting into next week at a lot of these county fairs.
That's awesome. Billy Lawrence says, I cannot wait.
Good deal.
Yeah. And like you said, you have some amazing sponsors that really do help bring your fair together.
Yeah, we do. I mean, I'm not even going to start listing them off because I would forget somebody, and I don't want to do that. But we've got all different levels. I mean, we've got red packet, blue packet, purple, grand, supreme sponsors. So it takes everybody to make this deal go.
Yeah.
And it's pretty awesome. You got and even sponsors that they'll contact us before we get to them. They know, a few months before fair, they know we're all out trying to do our deal, get this thing put together, and we've got a lot of great sponsors that'll come and support certain events year after year after year, and it's great, because a lot of the fans will get used to seeing the logos out there for these events.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, it's great. But we got Evan Beachy. So we had our tough truck competition last night. So we spent till about 3 o'clock this morning getting the infield cleaned up, and then been working on the tractor pull track, trying to get that leveled out and ready to go for tonight. We added some clay in there. The pullers said they want some clay, so we added some clay in last night. Kind of one of those 2 o'clock in the morning decisions to do that. But we're just getting ready for tonight, and I hope everybody comes out and enjoys a good show. I think we're gonna have quite a few hooks, and the weather's gonna be warm. but we've been out working all morning, and there's a nice breeze.
Yeah.
So it's actually pretty comfortable out.
Awesome. Well, and you said it, 2 a.m. decisions, that type of thing. I don't think people realize how much you guys as a fair board do to help this stuff go, not only just during the week of fair, but all year long. You guys dedicate your time and volunteer towards the fair that goes on. And I think that there's not enough love given to you guys a lot of times for a lot of these last minute decisions.
It's fun though. I mean, you get to watch people come out. Like I say, you get to watch people come out here to enjoy events and see things that they wouldn't get to see on the daily basis. We got people that'll travel. So for Saturday night, for example, we got people that'll travel 2.5 hours to come watch that show. Wow. Just because you don't get to see it. They live up in Minneapolis. Yeah. So it's worth it. It's worth it when you see those little kids. We were standing out here at the event last night, and of course, I'm middle aged, so I got friends that got kids that are 10, 11, 5, you name it. So we were standing out there on the front stretch watching some of the stuff last night, and then there's a whole group of kids that come up, and I was talking to them, and so we're doing this for those guys to keep this thing going till they can get to our age, and then they can do it. So.
Right. Exactly. Well, this is awesome, Ryan. Thank you so much for taking us around and showing us the Hancock County Fair. And I know that there's a lot of stuff going on. I've got it all listed down here below. People can go to hancockcountyfair.com to see the entire listing, the entire lineup. And hopefully everybody can make it out for tonight and every night that the Hancock County Fair goes on.
Yeah. I mean, come on out, enjoy a great time. We always say it's a good old-fashioned fair where memories are made, and we want to preserve some of those things that you don't get to see every day. So.
Yep, that sounds great. Well, you guys have a great day, and we will talk to you guys hopefully soon.
You bet. Thank you.
Wake up, y'all.
You know where to find me in the morning.
With Britt's Morning Brew Crew.
I can't believe this thing went viral.
That's what we do. That's what we love.